You're TD.
I've been waiting for this episode for a couple weeks. I think we all have. Trade deadline. It's basically Christmas for sports fans. And I think we're going to start with a big one. We're not going to go in any order. We're just going to kind of go through them. We have kind of ideas for what's going to be the starting trade, the ending trade, the middle trade. We're going to start with a big one. And that is... Sorry, what?
Said, yeah, we are.
So that is going to be between the Brooklyn Nets and the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas decided to basically mortgage their future and toss the bag. They really did.
They really didn't.
They really did.
They really didn't.
They're risking it all for Kyrie Irving.
They are barely risking anything to me.
Okay, so let's get into the trade.
First in 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. First in 2029 in 2 seconds.
That's
Dorian Finney-Smith is not. You?
It really is when you're talking about Kyrie Irving.
Oh my God!
Look, here's a fun statistic for you. In the past 4 years, Anthony Glass Davis has played more games than Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is one bad day away from quitting basketball to open a coffee shop with free range coffee. It's just, that's who Kyrie is now. Incredibly talented basketball player. But okay, so the trade to the Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving, Markieff Morris.
Yep.
To the Brooklyn Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie. 2029 first round pick, 2027, 2029 second round picks. I like on paper, like if this is a 2K trade, okay, and there's no external factors going on, I like this trade for both teams. And based on the first game we've had of Kyrie, I think tonight is actually the first night we're going to see Kyrie and Luka playing together. On paper, I love the trade. But again, it's Kyrie. He's kind of a volatile asset at this point. And so this isn't a spoiler because everyone knows these trades all happened. I do find it funny. The Nets are the pettiest organization in the NBA, and do you know why?
Why?
They've given TJ Warren and Kevin Durant thank you posts and thank you videos and all that. Didn't do it for Kyrie.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the new Angelo team because
Angelo Brooklyn Nets?
He's the king of petty.
Whoa! No, time out there, buddy. Time out there, buddy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Austin. Did this guy not?
You're not wrong. I already know what you're saying. You're not wrong.
He already knows what I'm going to say. Rehn has continually called himself the king of petty. He has called himself a top 1% petty individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you want to say I'm the undisputed king of it? You would, if this was the chat, you would be writing a thesis on this. Stop it.
No,
Stop
absolutely.
It.
So allow me to counter this. Allow me to rebuttal this. Every time I claim to be the king, you interject and say that you are in fact the king. So this is like 4D chess here because I knew you were gonna say that. So I am actually the king of petty because this has gone full circle. That's the whole point here. So
your circle's a square.
It's more of a triangle. So Kyrie Irving to the Mavs. Because I think that's like Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, they're great players, and I think they're going to do really well in Dallas or Brooklyn. And let me double check real quick and make sure they didn't get traded again. Because that was a whole theme of this, is a few players got traded multiple times, and it's kind of hard to keep track of all the pieces at once. So Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, I think they're going to do great in Brooklyn. I think that team is, like, they're having fun now. But
oh my God.
No, they are. Like it seems
They're
like there's
having
a whole
fun now. We like being mediocre. We're the Brooklyn Nets. Go on.
No, there's a different energy around the team, is what I'm trying to say. But the bigger deal is Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks, Luka getting a running mate. So what do you guys think of this trade, both on a surface level and getting a little deeper into it?
Austin, you can start since you turned your mic on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the one big thing that I like is it shows Luka. It shows that the Mavs are willing to get Luka a piece, and it shows Luka the same thing. They are trying to get Luka that finals, trying to get him that extra step, which honestly a lot of people didn't think they were going to. It's Kyrie. We'll have to see. But I at least think it shows an effort.
So I agree it shows an effort because I value what they traded more than you guys do, apparently. Because keep in mind that's an unprotected 2029 first round pick, right? I think it highlights really how desperate you are to get someone to try to satiate Luka, because the NBA is a business. Angelo's a fan of player movement. If Luka's not happy in Dallas, he's going to move on. We know that, right? In 2023, it's kind of the litmus test for how desperate you are as an NBA franchise if you're trading for Kyrie Irving, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
oh, gee.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
So explain why I'm wrong.
Because it's still Kyrie Irving. Is Kyrie Irving still one of the top ball handlers in the NBA?
Absolutely.
Is Kyrie Irving still one of the best scorers in the NBA?
Absolutely.
So how is this? I'm trying to figure out how you would justify this as a move of desperation. Did Kyrie Irving not have a very big contribution in the 2016 finals? Granted, that was now 7 years ago. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Holy crap. I'm getting old. But regardless.
So let me stop you there and say, is Kyrie Irving one tweet away from being suspended for the whole freaking season?
Oh,
yes.
Stop it.
This is a man who, like, to put it bluntly, going back to Brooklyn not posting a thank you video, like if someone were to question why didn't you say thank you, Brooklyn could come out and say, well, we have people in our organization who have friends named Kyrie, so it's really odd of you to assume that we're anti-Kyrie because we didn't say thank you, Kyrie. Like, that is a great way of explaining who Kyrie is and what Kyrie is going to do. Is he one of the best players in the NBA? Absolutely. He's doing like napkin head math here. He's probably top 3 point guard in the NBA when he plays. Anthony Davis has a reputation for missing games, and he has played more games than Kyrie Irving over 4 years. That's all I'm saying.
I think you have to put an asterisk on that number.
You kind of do, yeah.
But why?
With the whole COVID thing. Because AD was out because of injury. Kyrie was out for something entirely different.
Kyrie couldn't play half the games.
That's what I'm saying, because Kyrie...
Oh my God, dude, really? Really?
Kyrie made the choice to miss those games. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you, Kyrie is one day away from changing his name to Gareth and opening a coffee shop.
We are not in the same predicament and the same situation as we were when that happened.
Kyrie just missed games 2 months ago, for making anti-Semitic.
Oh my God!
For anti-Semitic tweets. We should have closed with Kyrie Irving.
That's got Mark Cuban.
And that's the thing is, so there's the GIF from Key and Pele where he's like sweating profusely. That GIF is Mark Cuban every time he opens Kyrie's Twitter.
Stop it. Okay, this is a brilliant move for this reason. You're wrong! This is a brilliant move for this reason and this reason only. Okay, you play the Kyrie game for what is essentially now half a season, right?
Okay.
It's going to work out. It might not work out. If it doesn't work out in that half season, you can get rid of him. And now you have the Dorian Finney-Smith money off your books. Now you have the Spencer Dinwiddie money off your books. And now you have the Kyrie money off your books. You can go after a free agent. This is not a bad move. This is not a desperate move. This is a move that you want to see if Luka can get you to the finals with Kyrie. And if it doesn't work, and if you don't like Kyrie in your building, then you move on.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think they've risked it all for Kyrie, and I don't think it's going to. Keep in mind, I'm a huge fan of Kyrie Irving. I'm a huge fan of Kyrie Irving.
Are you the Lakers?
What?
Are you a Lakers GM now? A 2029 first is everything to you now.
Not necessarily. I'm not in that same mindset. I'm not willing to give, like, if it was a protected first, absolutely.
Oh my God.
But giving up an unprotected first when you're not potentially going to have Kyrie or Luka at that point in time.
We'll be 40 when those picks get collected.
That's just a bad move.
See, I think they're planning to keep Luka. They are not preparing.
Yeah, of course they're planning on keeping Luka.
Yeah.
But I just, like I said, on paper, from a pure basketball perspective, it is a great trade for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a great trade for the Brooklyn Nets, whether it's a basketball trade or not. I just know that Kyrie Irving thinks he's a martyr, and he thinks he needs to be a martyr. I could just see it going really, really wrong for the Mavericks. From a skill standpoint, fantastic acquisition, and I'm all for it. Do you have anything else to say about the Kyrie Irving trade?
I've said what I want to say, Austin. It's on you.
I'm good. I just want to see you try to give them a letter grade.
Oh, a letter grade?
Oh,
so am I giving the Mavs a letter grade?
God, here we go. Oh!
I'm comfortable giving it a B. It's a solid B. Because if someone in the Mavericks PR team is somehow able to get through Kyrie Irving's head and make him realize he's not the smartest person in the world, they can start by showing him a globe of the earth, maybe flying him around it a few times. Then from a basketball perspective, this is a great trade. But I'm just going to let you know, if Kyrie misses any games this season, any more games this season from something he does on Twitter, or like showing up in like Nazi regalia to a game, like I'm going to take a victory lap, and it's going to be an entire episode. Like it's going to be an hour and a half of me just dancing all over you guys. That's all I'm saying.
Would Kyrie Irving be available for the playoffs?
I mean, that's...
So then why are you victory lapping?
We'll see. We'll see. We will see.
All right.